Hey everyone, it's Joy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another STAMPTEMBER exclusive, and this is with Pink and Main. And oh my gosh, you guys, this little stamp set is so darling. It is cute little marshmallow snowmen. And so I decided to make a slimline card using all of the images in the stamp set. But look at how cute these are. I mean, this is so darling and so like right up my alley, and these little guys are so cute. So like I said, I made a cute scene card. I don't know if these have coordinating dies. If they do, I will have them listed and linked for you below. So I have my slimline card. This is an 8.5 by 3.5. I do end up cutting it down to 8.25 by 3.25. I decided I wanted to use all of the images, and this is kind of a really simple scene card. We will do some masking, but like super simple masking, and only because I want to ink blend the background. We are going to do Copic coloring on these images, and they turned out so cute. So I'm lining up all my images, and I actually want to use 3 of the sentiments, so I'm kind of getting those in place. There are some cute little snowflakes on here. I think there's about 3 snowflakes. There's some hearts that I'm going to be using. So I'm just getting those in place just to kind of give myself an idea of how everything's going to lay out and if it's going to fit. So I'm just going to remove the images I don't need right this second. I don't need the hearts or the snowflakes yet. We will add those a little bit later. And I don't need the sentiments right now because we'll add those later as well. So I just need my images. I'm going to ink that up with some black ink that's Copic friendly. I believe I'm using Honeybee Stamps Intense Black ink. And I'm just making sure that I get a nice, good, crisp image. And we're going to make these guys look really cute. What I love about these images, because they're marshmallows, they're supposed to be white, makes coloring super easy. I also did stamp them on some masking paper, and I'm just going to cut these out. I'm not going to show you all of the cutting out. I'm just going to show you the cutting of the mug, because where the handle is, you could leave the inside of that, but I just felt like I couldn't. I had to cut it out. So I just brought in my little X-Acto knife that is not sharp at all, and I really need to get a new one. And I swear one of my videos not that long ago, I talked about having to get a new one, and I still haven't done that, but I'm just cutting out that little section there because I feel like, because I'm going to be ink blending the whole background, I need that to be opened. So this is masking paper from Simon Says Stamp. It's really fantastic. This is the only masking paper I've ever used, but I know a lot of people use like full sticky note things, and that works well too. This is Salvaged Patina Distress Oxide ink, and I'm just going to ink blend the whole background. I chose this color for a couple reasons. To me, it feels a little snowy, a little wintry, but also I chose it because I have Copic markers that match it, because I will need to use that to ground my images. So you guys definitely hang on to see how I do that. It's super simple, but really makes a difference on your cards when you have scenes and you have little characters sitting on ground and stuff like that. It helps them to look like they're not floating. Now when I'm ink blending, I am being really careful around the masking edges, especially really small edges, because sometimes the brush can hit it and it can knock it up. So I am careful when I'm doing my ink blending. I'm going to remove all of the masks, and look at how cute these little images are. That mug with hot chocolate in it, I think is so darling with that marshmallow sitting in it. I mean, it is just a crack up to me. So here are the Copic markers that I'm using. I'm keeping the color scheme fairly simple, but really just kind of wintry to me. So I really like the light teals and turquoises with pink. I think is super fun. I think you can use that color combo for Christmas as well, but this is just wintry to me and playful and fun, and so that's why I just kept the colors that simple. So this is the largest image here. You could also color this in pink, and that would be super cute. The mug, really pink. You can see the Copic markers that I'm using there. I wanted it to look like hot chocolate, so of course I brought some browns in. I'm going to use C2 and C1 along with my blender pen for all of my cute little marshmallows. It's just going to add a little bit of color to them without coloring them, but you don't want to leave these images white without anything added to it. I'm using R81, 83, and 85 for the pinks. I think one of those lids you can't see. I'm going to do a darker brown for all their little buttons because to me, I'm like, those could be little chocolate chips. So that's what was in my mind. But you can see how easy these guys are being colored. And I'm just alternating with the turquoise and the pink, just kind of making sure it's cohesive going all the way down. And I am going to come back in with a white gel pen and add some fun little details to the scarves. And of course to, you know, other little highlights and things like that. But I'm just going to blend it out. I like to usually blend with 3 colors, a dark, a medium, and a light, obviously. I like to usually add the dark, then I come in with the medium and the light, and then I repeat that one more time. For me personally, when I do it twice, I feel like I get the best blend. Depending on the color, sometimes I do it even a 3rd time, and I just feel like everything really blends together well. You get a good dark shadow area, and then you get a really nice light area. So you got these cute little snowmen and snow girl holding hands down there with their little mittens on, which I think is so cute. These images are so darling from Pink and Main. And again, I'm so excited to be able to share these STAMPTEMBER exclusives with you guys because this is so much fun. I love STAMPTEMBER and I love waiting for it to come out. So to be able to be a part of it is just such a blast. And I'm so excited for all of you guys. And I'm excited for myself for the things that I don't even know about yet. Okay, so I'm going to finish coloring those guys up. This is where I'm going to do the grounding. So I'm using BG 10, 11, and 13. I've got the BG 13 is the darkest, and then 11 I'm going to blend out a little bit, and then with that 10, it kind of softens and blends everything out. But look at the change already that this makes to ground your images. This is actually really important to do when you guys have images sitting on the ground. Even though like some of these guys have a little stamped edge, add some color to it because it makes a huge difference. I added a black glaze pen to the eyes, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiments. Now I'm going to do some white heat embossing, and I love these sentiments. The one at the top says warm and toasty wishes, then the one in the middle says you melt my heart, and then the bottom one says there is snow one like you, which is the name of the stamp set, Snow One Like You. Super, super cute. I'm going to make sure they're all nice and straight because that would be awful if I stamped them and they were crooked. I think I would die because that was so much work. So I could have done this first and done the white heat embossing and then ink blended over it, but I preferred to do it this way. So I do have my heat tool on. I am prepping it with an anti-static powder tool. The one I use is from Tailored Expressions, and I absolutely love it, you guys. I know there's some other really great ones out there too, but I just don't feel like I have an issue with stray pieces of embossing powder when I use it. So I'm using Pink and Main's Frosting, which is a white embossing powder. And then I'm going to heat that until it's melted. And then I want to bring in some snowflakes and hearts. There's this cute little solid heart at the bottom here, and it has a little tiny snowflake in it. So I'm going to stamp that. Then I'm going to place those other little snowflakes around above the snowman who is playing with snowflakes. I think that's cute. These things are going to kind of fill in some of that open space. So again, sprinkling that on and heating it with my heat tool. And then I'm going to add a few more. I'm going to add some above that other little snowman with the pink hat, and then a heart above the snowman sitting in his little mug, hot tub of hot chocolate, I guess is what it would be. It's so cute. So I'm going to put those in place. Again, using some clear embossing ink. I did prep that one more time. I kind of prep it between each time because I don't know where I was touching on the cardstock and I don't want any little stray pieces of embossing powder. And then I can heat those up. Now I'm going to bring in my white gel pen for the highlights, and I also decided to add some little white dots on the ground underneath all of the characters because I felt like that added more snow-like stuff. So I'm just going to add some dots underneath all of that. I did add some dots to that little snowman's scarf on the top there. Some more highlights to the rest of them. Again, little more snow dots at the bottom. And then the little 2 marshmallow snowmen at the bottom, I am going to add some dots to the little teal scarf as well. Now I did, like I said, I trimmed this panel down to 8 1/4 by 3 1/4, and I will attach this to a white slimline card base. So let me just finish adding those little dots there Aren't these guys so cute? I just am in love with them. And there it is. Now this card is completely finished. And look at those images. We have all of that white embossing, which just kind of brings in that snow effect. And aren't they so cute? Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, share, comment, and like. And I will be back with more videos and definitely another Stamptember exclusive. Bye!